Today on Public Eye News, Donald Trump's appearance in court and the charges he'll be facing. Later, updates on yet another movement of supercell storm conditions that have led to multiple deaths in Missouri this morning.
Avis Sahoyan will have your weather going into the week, and I'll have your sports update. I'm Brad Seaboard.
And I'm Avis Sahoyan, and this is Public Eye News. Former President Donald Trump is back in his Florida home one day after he appeared in a Manhattan courtroom where he's facing a 34-count felony indictment. Trump is the first ex-president of the United States to face criminal charges. The unsealed indictment alleges that Trump falsified business records while trying to cover up efforts to illegally influence the 2016 presidential election. Trump is alleged to have done this by arranging to silence claims that were potentially harmful to his candidacy. This includes the 34 counts of falsifying records related to checks Trump sent to his personal lawyer, Michael Cohen. The payments were directed to adult film star Stormy Daniels, Playboy model Karen McDougal, and a Trump Tower doorman who claims Trump had a child out of wedlock. In light of the January 6th attack on the Capitol, New York Supreme Court Judge Juan Merchan urged Trump's lawyers to refrain Trump from posting any content online that would encourage unrest. Each felony charge in the state of New York is punishable by 4 years in prison, yet it is unsure if a judge would impose prison time for Trump. The next court date is scheduled for December 4th of this year. And in Chicago, Democrat Brandon Johnson has been elected mayor. Johnson, a union organizer and a former teacher, won the close race against Republican Paul Vallis, with Johnson receiving 51.4% of the votes. Roughly 9% of the votes remain to be counted, many of them absentee ballots. Johnson will be succeeding former Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Johnson will be tackling Chicago's recent high crime rates and financial concerns and hopes to bring on a new chapter of the city's history. In his victory speech, Johnson said, quote, "Tonight is the beginning of a Chicago that truly invests in all of its people," unquote. And a Democratic-backed Milwaukee judge won the Wisconsin Supreme Court race yesterday. For the first time in 15 years, liberals will take control of the court. Judge Janet Protasiewicz has now been voted into office, saw the highest turnout ever for a Wisconsin Supreme Court judge that didn't share a ballot with the presidential primary. Protasiewicz has made abortion rights an important element of her message to voters. In light of the overturning Roe v. Wade, the new court is expected to decide on a pending lawsuit regarding Wisconsin's 1849 abortion banning law. And authorities in Sault Ste. Marie have issued a press release regarding an arson homicide-suicide that occurred last month. On March 14th of this year, a fire in the home of Alicia Adzima, 31 years old, killed herself and her 3 young children. On the day of the fire, police and fire departments arrived at the scene shortly after 7:30 a.m. Fire investigators, after a thorough investigation, have determined the fire to be intentionally lit by Adzima with the purpose of killing herself and her children. And for the first time since the shooting at the Covenant School in Nashville, the officers who took down shooter Audrey Hale speak to the public. And a raid on Hale's home has revealed more information on a motive. CBS's Janet Shamelin has more.
We're hearing for the first time from police officers describing the harrowing moments inside that Nashville school.
It was readily apparent I was going to be the one to make entry.
Officer Rex Engelbert was joined inside the school by several others, including Detective Mike Colazzo.
Once we started hearing the first shots, that's when everything kind of kicked into overdrive for us. We continue to hear more shots being fired.
The police chief says some of the officers had never met, but instantly worked as a team with little regard for their safety.
They formed together, they got prepared and went right in.
And today, police released a search warrant revealing what was seized from the shooter's home. More than 47 items, including a suicide note, several Covenant School yearbooks, a school photo, as well as folders and journals with notes on firearms courses and school shootings. Investigators say 28-year-old Audrey Hale acted alone and fired 152 rounds in the attack, which the journals indicate was planned over a period of months. The Covenant School community has now laid 5 of the victims to rest. The funeral for the head of the school, Catherine Kuntz, will be held tomorrow. Today, the police chief credited everyone from emergency dispatchers to the Covenant staffers who had school keys at the ready. But for those who ran toward the gunfight, the work comes with a personal price.
My family sometimes comes second. It has to. I'm here to make sure everybody else goes home as many can and stabilize the community as best possible.
Selfless actions.
Authorities say they're still searching for a motive. The items seized from the house are being reviewed by both the Nashville Police and the FBI. Janet Shamlian, CBS News.
Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with your weather and national news after this short break.
These adorable, seemingly passive fur balls are in fact the ultimate survivors. Within their bite-sized frame lies a fighter, able to outwit the many predators that surround them. From frozen forests to concrete jungles, we take you deep into their changing world. We'll reveal just how remarkable rabbits really are.
Tonight at 8.
Welcome back. I'm Ava Sahoyan with your weather update for the day. If we take a look at NMU's roof cam, we've got some sunnier skies now, but on and off we've had clouds and precipitation, so make sure to travel safe out there. Looking across the Upper Peninsula, we've got some combined cloud cover and lots of fog. Starting in Houghton, it is 36 degrees. Ironwood is 37. Iron Mountain is also 37. Manistee is 41. Escanaba is 39. Moving over to Manistee, it is 37 degrees. Sault Ste. Marie is 37, and in Marquette, it is 41 degrees. Right now, we're seeing some partly cloudy skies with the high of, or current temperature of 41 degrees, winds out of the west at 13 miles per hour, and a barometric pressure of 29.40 and falling. Tonight, we're going to expect some more partly cloudy skies, a low of 25 degrees, and winds out of the west-southwest at 17 miles per hour. Tomorrow, we're going to see more cloudy skies, a high of 32, a low of 21, and winds out of the west at 22 miles per hour. Looking into this weekend, we're going to see a bit more sun. On Friday, we've got a high of 33 and a low of 22. Saturday, we've got a high of 41 and a low of 31. Sunday, we're going to have fully sunny skies, a high of 51 and a low of 39. That's all for weather. Back to your national news.
Thank you, Ava. In Tennessee, GOP lawmakers took the first steps Monday to expel 3 Democratic members from the legislature for their role in a recent gun control protest at the state capitol. Resolutions were filed against 3 Democratic representatives, Gloria Johnson, Justin Jones, and Justin Pearson. The resolutions alleged that the 3 brought on disorderly behavior as well as, quote, dishonor to the House of Representatives. The lawmakers led chants from the House floor with supporters in the gallery last Thursday. The resolutions were filed by Republican Representatives Bud Halsey, Gino Bulso, and Andrew Farmer, filed the resolutions and asked for the resolutions to be expedited and brought to a vote by tomorrow. House Speaker Cameron Sexton confirmed that the 3 lawmakers have been stripped of their committee assignments, and another Republican legislator referred to Jones as a former representative this Monday. Jones had formerly been temporarily banned from the House after throwing a drink on another lawmaker during a dispute. And early this morning, a tornado tore through rural Missouri just south of St. Louis, leaving a wake of destruction. Missouri State Police confirmed that the twister, which was originally on the ground for 20 minutes, has caused multiple deaths, although an exact number has not been reported. The tornado touched down at 3:30 a.m. and moved into Glen Allen, a village of around 100. Police are now restricting access to the village due to the damage, and reports say several are still missing. Tornadoes also touched down in multiple locations in Illinois, and the storm system still poses a threat from Tennessee to lower Michigan. CBS's Jarrett Hill has a report on the destruction along the Mississippi River from Illinois to Texas. Take a look.
Oh my God! The force of nature on full display. This funnel cloud spotted off in the distance, possibly the same one that brought terror near the town of Pleasantville, Iowa, Tuesday.
It got close, we could see that there was actually stuff in the clouds spinning, and at that point it just felt really strange all of a sudden.
I don't know if I'd want to go through it again.
As this community surveys damage from overnight, golf ball-sized hail fell just outside of Chicago. And south of Indianapolis, people are searching for what they can salvage after a weekend tornado destroyed homes. Ronnie England says his family hunkered down in a bathroom.
I just see the roof just doing, I didn't know what was happening. It just took the roof.
The cleanup comes as more storms are expected to hammer parts of the Midwest and South in the coming days, hitting the same parts of the country where possibly dozens of tornadoes killed at least 32 people in Iowa, Illinois, and Arkansas.
Means everything. I was born and raised here.
Travis Hooper's house was spared in Jacksonville, Arkansas, so he says he stepped in to help neighbors who weren't so lucky.
Me and my cousin and everything got chainsaws ready and went to work.
Near Amarillo, Texas, the wind is bringing another kind of worry, fire. This smoke shows a grass fire that's covering about 1,200 acres. Nearby residents have been urged to evacuate. Jared Hill, CBS News.
After this break, Brad will have a look at your sports recap. You won't want to miss it. Stay tuned.
Craters were spotted in Russia.
The frozen world of permafrost is melting.
The ground exploded,
releasing planet-warming gases.
There's a huge amount of methane and natural gas trapped in the permafrost.
What will it mean for our climate?
It's a scary wild card in the climate change story.
Could really affect everyone on Earth.
Arctic sinkholes on Nova.
Tonight at 9 on WNMU-TV.
Welcome back. Head coach Grant Polney has named 3 captains for the NMU men's hockey team for the 2023-24 season. They are Aiden Gallacher, Andre Gantos, and Artem Schlein. Gallacher had 7 points in 38 games last season after transferring from Michigan State the season prior. Gantos had 38 points in 38 games last season, bringing him to 124 total points in a Wildcat uniform. Russian-born Schlein had 32 points in 38 games after transferring from Connecticut to NMU last season. Mike Van Unen was also named the sole alternate captain. And the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference has recognized 72 Wildcats for their performance in the classroom, with 53 selected for the All-Excellence team and 19 on the All-Academic team. All-Academic honors are earned by having a 3.0 to 3.49 GPA, and All-Excellence is for GPA of 3.5 and up. Of the 72 to be named, 8 are from the men's basketball team, 10 are from the women's basketball team, 19 are from the swimming and diving program, 13 are from the indoor track and field program, and 9 are from the Nordic ski team. 679 athletes were recognized in total. And the International Tennis Federation has announced they will be playing tournaments in China this year, despite questions still looming about the Peng Shuai case. The ITF hasn't held a tournament in China since 2019, before the outbreak of COVID-19. In 2021, the WTA announced they would be suspending all tournaments held in China following the disappearance of doubles player Peng Shuai after she accused a high-ranking Communist Party official of sexual assault. Shuai reappeared in 2022 during the Winter Olympics, where she gave a controlled interview and dined with the International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach. Since then, Shuai has largely been out of the public eye, leaving many questions still unanswered. WTA CEO has repeatedly called for an investigation into the claims made by Shuai, but it's still unclear if an investigation was ever held. ITF President David Haggerty says the ITF is pleased to be returning to countries such as China, Burundi, Cyprus, Trinidad and Tobago, and Taiwan. That's all I've got for sports. I hear you've got a little bit more extra news for us, Ava.
I sure do. Northern Michigan Artist Discovery will be hosting a benefits concert this weekend in the Northern Center. The Rock for Your Rights event will feature a female-led set list, including Marquette-based band Atticus, Cherry Glazer, and Destroy Boys. Donations to the Marquette Women's Center will be encouraged, and the show will be a volunteer-sponsored by student group Feminism for All. And the winner of NMU's Music Majors competition has been announced. Darren Hicks of Manistee received first place for his performance on the marimba. Nicholas Wegerzin, a sophomore from Buckley, earned second on saxophone, and Noah Nettle of Chassell placed third for his piano piece. All 3 winners will receive scholarships after being voted to win by NMU music faculty. Well, have you been to any of the NMU Nomad concerts before?
I certainly have through my time here at NMU. I've been to a lot of our live events, and they've all been really great. I've had a really positive experience at all of them, and we've got a lot of great musicians here on campus.
Oh, we totally do. I didn't get to go to Hippocampus, but I heard that was great. I went to Wunderbar last year. It was awesome. But I hope that a lot of people get to go to Rock for Your Rights. But do you think you'll be going?
I don't know if I'll be able to make this one, but we certainly have a lot of great student events here on campus. There's so many different groups. And unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you today at Public Eye News. I'm Brad Seaboard.
And I'm Ava Sahoyan.
And we will see you tomorrow.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.